From WLWT, this is Issues.
Welcome to Issues. I'm Timikal Bobo. Jan Michelle Lemon-Kearney has the day off. She played a little hooky, but we're going to forgive her for that. It's the end of the year, so we're going to get ready for summer with some information about some summer camps later on, as well as ready for spring with some information about some rain barrels. I don't know how I did that. Anyway, we're here right now with Miss Nicole Ware from AARP. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. Give us a little information about your title and how you help the community.
Sure, I'm the Associate State Director for Community Outreach in the greater Cincinnati area, but also Southwest Ohio. And we serve the 50-plus population. We help them have fun, live their best lives, and learn new things.
Okay, now how do people find you in the community?
Well, we basically work with different nonprofits throughout the community. Let's say, for example, if we're doing a free movie screening, we might have a free showing, which we have some coming up soon for the 50-plus population. Mm-hmm. We do various fraud prevention workshops throughout the community, so we could be working with an organization, a company, a church group who might invite us to provide information of that nature.
That's interesting. Mm-hmm. When you speak of fraud, mm-hmm. tell us, how does fraud really affect people 50 and over?
Well, we are actually just still in a high shopping season, right? Yes. And so online shopping is the norm these days. And when it comes to cyber crimes, about 23 million people a year are not finding their packages delivered at their door when they're shopping online. So one of the things we like to do through the AARP Fraud Watch Network is make them aware of various frauds and scams and give them some prevention tips and resources that they can go to. What
are some of the tips that you would suggest to someone if they're experiencing mm-hmm. or they're shopping online?
Yeah, so for the package theft, let's say, they did not get or they want to prevent not getting their package, mm-hmm. what they could do is have it delivered to, if they're buying for a family member or a friend, have it delivered to their office, or require that it be, a signature is required. Mm-hmm. If they are buying from a retailer that provides some kind of secure location where they can provide a locker, like Amazon, for example, then they can give a locker code for that.
We spoke about cyber fraud. What other ways can someone experience the fraud issues? Because I know maybe sometimes it's with phone calls and things of that nature.
Yeah, it happens through the phone calls, through the mail, online. I mean, scammers really are, I hate to say it, they try to stay one step ahead of us. One of the new ones, well, maybe not so much new anymore, but it's still, people are still finding out about it, is the gift card scam. So let's say you go into a grocery store, mm-hmm. there's the gift card rack. Yes. You have various gift cards on there that you want to buy. What you want to look for are to see if the strip is scratched off, see if the numbers have been exposed, and see if it's been tampered with and before you buy it. Because what happens is that a scammer will record those numbers, mm-hmm. they'll wait a little bit, then they'll call the 1-800 number that's on the back of the card to see if it's been activated, meaning someone purchased it. And they'll ask what amount is on the card. Once they know it's been activated, they'll make fraudulent calls. So it's probably, what you may want to do is go to that restaurant or that retailer that's issuing the card mm-hmm. and buy it there. But if you go to a grocer or a pharmacy, just make sure it hasn't been tampered with.
Because in essence, you could purchase the gift card, give it to someone, and they go to use there and there's no money on it.
Correct.
I never knew that. That is really crazy.
Yes.
So some ways are gift cards, some ways are online. Mm-hmm. Are there any other ways that fraud affects everyone?
Oh my goodness. So one of the things.
Is that much? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so we do various workshops.
Mm-hmm.
We do them in the community, but we can also do them by request. And when people join the AARP Fraud Watch Network, first of all, it's free for anyone.
That's important to know.
You do not have to be a member, and you don't have to be 50 or older. A lot of things that are in our guide here, our AARP Fraud Watch Network, are some common scams, but they're also resources of other organizations that are fraud fighters or watchdogs. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when you sign up for the Fraud Watch Network, you get fraud alerts by email. You get resources such as this. And then you can just pass that information on to your friends and family. Another thing that makes Fraud Watch, I guess, special is that there is a map So if you go online to aarp.org/fraudwatchnetwork, you'll find a map of the United States. You click on your state and then zero into your city, and you can see a list of different scams that are going on in your community. So not only can you see that, but you can post to that.
Gotcha.
That's what makes it a network, is that you're informing each
other. And what we'll do is we'll make sure we give a link on WLWT.com to that watchdog website you all have. Now, is there a way, how can people reach out and call you all?
Yes, so if you're interested in the Fraud Watch Network, you can dial 877-908-3360.
Okay, give me the number one more time.
877-908-3360.
And that's for the AARP Fraud Watch Helpline.
Correct.
And it's 877-908-3360.
Correct.
Perfect.
Thank you.
When I think that people trying to find out information and they're getting information, are there online, when they're online, is there something else that they can sign up for? When are your workshops?
The workshops are going to be scheduled throughout the year. They're still solidifying dates now. What we are suggesting and even asking is if you are a group, church, book club that are interested in getting a fraud presentation, we can do that for free. We have trained volunteers. We have 5 different fraud presentations.
Perfect.
Yeah, identity theft, investment fraud, and medical identity theft. Lots of different presentations that we can provide.
Thank you. Thank you so much for providing us some information about the Fraud Watch, and we know we can come get workshop information from you. Everyone should be aware of the main things.
Yes.
Which is online.
Online scams, there are phone scams. So, you know, if you get a call from the IRS saying you owe them money, the IRS is a government agency. They will mail you that type of information. Don't fall for the okie dokie.
Don't go ahead and don't tell them, sure, I'll pay you this much money and take me off of that IRS list.
Correct.
Who wants the IRS calling them anyway? No one.
No one.
Thank you so much, Nicole.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. We're going to get some information about summer camps. Welcome back. I'm Timikal Bobo. Now we're going to speak with some ladies about summer camp opportunities. We have Mrs. Julie Witten, she's the Executive Director of Breakthrough Cincinnati, as well as Mrs. Sommer Linnere, who's a parent of one of the children within the summer camp. How are you ladies doing today?
We're fantastic.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
I'm excited to hear. I know it's December, however, I'm really excited because I have nieces and nephews. I want to learn so much more about your summer camp. Tell me about the summer camp, Breakthrough Cincinnati.
Sure. So it is the depths of winter, but our summer program, Breakthrough Cincinnati, is in its 25th year. And Breakthrough Cincinnati serves over 200 middle school students. So we're a little bit unique in that we offer a summer academic enrichment program for motivated and high potential and highly motivated, excited middle school students from all over Cincinnati.
That is amazing. I know one of the things I actually enjoyed growing up was being able to go to summer enrichment programs that also gave me some type of academics and information. What fun activities do they get to do during the summer when they're there?
Sure. So Breakthrough is a little bit unique because it's kind of like summer camp, but it's also has this academic enrichment flair to it. So our students come from Cincinnati public schools, but also all around Hamilton County to experience really an academic boost. So this is for kids that want to continue to reinforce their learning. They're on track to succeed in high school, in college, and in career. So there are morning academics and then afternoon foreign language and electives. So it's a lot of hard work, but it's a lot of fun as well.
Do children attend throughout the week? Is it a 5-day-a-week camp?
Yep.
I mean, summer program. Sorry.
Yep, you're good. Yep, Monday through Friday for 6 weeks during the summers before 6th through 9th grade. So kids actually get to come for 4 consecutive years. And Sommer actually has multiple children who've come through the program, but it's full day, full week for 6 weeks.
Wonderful. So you have a child in the program. What's a day like for one of the children in the program?
Well, I have a child currently in the program and 2 that have actually graduated from the program. And I was a student in the program myself as a child. So it's, like Julie said, it is a fun balance. So you have your academics. The mornings are dedicated to your academics. And in the afternoon, they balance that with, you know, academic electives, where there you have your mixture of kind of your fun and your learning. And my kids are always quick to say, Mom, it's not school. So, you know,
it seems like they're excited to go every
They are.
day,
They're very
and they're
excited.
interested about continuing to go every year.
Right. You know, a lot of kids don't want to give up 6 weeks out of their summer to learn, but the breakthrough students, you can see it that they are excited to be there. So.
That is great. What difference do you believe this makes within the academic and personal growth of the child? You spoke about how it helps them prepare for college and high school. What things do you think that is really affecting them when they go back into the school year? Because you're probably teaching them things that they may not learn at school, depending on what school they're at. How does this help them throughout their school year?
So there are a couple of secret ingredients to the Breakthrough program.
I like that,
think,
secret ingredients.
Yeah, we've got a secret recipe that really makes the program unique. One component is that the teachers of this program are college students who are aspiring teachers or service-minded individuals. So
That's very unique.
I don't know what Sommer would say, but I think the students really like that there's a youthfulness and an energy with the teaching staff.
They can definitely relate more readily to the
because it's not
teaching staff
someone
there.
that's in their 30s telling them what to do. It's someone that's around maybe 18, 19, or 20,
Right.
but that's educated and want to help them grow.
They
And
definitely
it's
bond
a
with them.
little different than summer camp because those, you know, while we have young, youthful energy in our staff, they're supervised by certified teachers who align the curriculum to the academics that the students will experience next year. So they're kind of getting a preview for what they'll be learning the next year, so it's familiar to them. And that's one of the things we really think helps lead to academic success. We have, this past year's class had 100% on-time high school graduation, and then 92% enrolled in college. So that's a really key thing for us.
Those are phenomenal numbers. About how many students are accepted into the program each year?
So we have 2 sites, one at the Cincinnati Country Day School and one at the University of Cincinnati. Each site invites 32 students who are 5th graders rising to 6th grade. So we have 64 new spaces, and our applications are available now on our website, and we are so excited to meet a new group of students, great kids like Sommers, who will be with us for 4 years.
And your child, did they just graduate out of the program, or will they still be in the program next year?
I have one that just graduated this past year and one that will be in his 2nd summer this year.
In second summer. Now, when the student comes in 5th grade, do they maintain and continue on through the next couple of years, or do you every year accept new students that can help fill in some of the spaces?
Yep, great question. So we have a little over 90% retention, so most kids stay and complete the program. And we do have a few that have to leave because of other circumstances, but for the most part they stay, and we'll occasionally bring in a new student at 7th grade, but after that the group is set and they stick together and they stay together through till 9th grade.
Perfect. Let's give a little information about your phone number. What's your phone number that they can contact you at?
So anyone interested in being a teaching fellow and working on our staff, or a student, may call 513-979-0345.
Give me number one more time.
513-979-0345.
Perfect. And that's for Cincinnati Breakthrough Summer Program.
You
Perfect.
got it.
Thank you so much for being with us today. We'll be
you.
right back
you.
with some more information about rain barrels. Welcome back. I'm Timikal Bobo. Now we're going to learn a lot of information about rain barrels. It's something new. We need to conserve our water. We're going to talk today with Mr. John Nelson. He is the PR specialist for Hamilton County.
That's correct. Yeah.
And Mrs. Meggie Bierkan. Thank you so much for being here.
Pleasure.
Great. So you all work with the Rain Barrel Art Project.
That's correct. So a group of local government organizations, 14 of us, came together to form what was called SaveLocalWaters.org. So it's a collective brand that we created to educate the tri-state region about water quality and how individuals at home can improve water quality. So as part of the effort, we wanted to see how could we help individual homeowners or property owners to make small differences at home that could really leave a large impact on the watershed as a whole. And that's how the Rain Barrel Art Project came together.
Nice. Meggie, how do you fit into the art project?
So this is actually the sixth year that we have done this.
Oh.
So I am a art teacher out at Lebanon High School.
I kind of figured that because your shirt is just like so artistic.
I know. I was like, how can I appeal to art and the zoo? Because that's where our rain barrels are auctioned off in the spring.
Okay.
So I actually do this project with my high school students. So they get an opportunity to, it's really neat, create a project that they work together in a group. They have to get their designs approved through the selection committee. And then they have to problem solve. How can they take a drawing and make it three-dimensional and kind of wrap around the surface of the rain barrel?
So they put it out on regular paper.
Yeah.
But then they have to figure out how to put it around on a round barrel.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
So there's a little bit of physics in there, a little bit of
it's
math and art and
Yeah,
everything
so they have
together.
to kind of problem solve. On the rain barrel, there are 2 holes for the spigots to be. So they can attach 2 spigots for a hose or like a bucket that you could fill water with. So that's kind of what we see as the focal point. So what's the most interesting part of your design? That's where we're going to put it. So whether it's a quote, a large animal, whatever the drawing type might be. And then they have to figure out how to make it interesting, entirely three-dimensional, which can be a difficult concept, especially working in a group.
Definitely. Well, working in a group, at that age, you're trying to learn how to do that. And we have on the screen, people can see the wheelbarrows. I mean, why do I keep saying wheelbarrow? I'm so sorry. The rain barrels. What is that on the top of it there, you guys? Is that just a decoration you all have?
So that's actually a planter. So our rain barrels actually double up as not only as a rain barrel, but also as a planter. So you can put soil in there and plant flowers. So that was the whole concept of it, is that typically when people think of a rain barrel, they think of a plastic drum. You know, it's not colorful, it's not appealing, it's not something that you want to put in your landscaping because it kind of sticks out. So we said, what can we do to make it more appealing, that more people would integrate it into their landscaping? It's just not a side item that's just stuck away, but it's part of the landscaping as a whole. And so by developing artistic designs, we're able to integrate it into the landscaping, so it just doesn't become a utility item, but it also becomes an art element to the entire landscape, and it kind of flows with the natural beauty of your landscape itself.
Well, tell us, how does it actually work? So you take your what's that called?
The downspout.
Downspout.
Yep.
You take the downspout and you put it into the rain barrel. We won't say that right this time.
So the downspout goes into the rain barrel, and so it captures all the rain. So typically a rain barrel can fill up within the first 10 minutes of a heavy downpour. So there's a little deflector. So once the rain barrel's full, it starts deflecting it back to the downspout. So you can always connect a second rain barrel and also fill multiple rain barrels. And so then the rain barrels have spigots, which you can then use that water for purposes around landscaping. So you can use the same water to water your lawn, or water your vegetable garden, or wash your car. The EPA does not recommend using it for household activities, but for everything landscaping related, you definitely can use rainwater that's collected in a rain barrel for sure. Yeah.
And you paint them, art project. We can use it to help with watering the lawn. It also helps with soil erosion.
Correct. So typically when rain comes down, it picks up anything in its path. So it's very powerful. Water has a very erosive quality to it, so it picks up everything in its path. So by storing it in a rain barrel, it slows down the volume of water. So when the volume is reduced, then the velocity of water also reduces, and when that happens, there's less erosion. And so erosion is actually the number one cause of pollution in our streams and rivers, the soil. And that's why our Ohio River sometimes gets really brown after a rain event because of the amount of sediment that gets into our waterways because of the erosion. And so by slowing the water and individual people slowing the water in their own property, they can help with the sedimentation, pollution in our rivers and streams.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How can I get one of these beautiful rain barrels?
All right, so I'm gonna run through the process just a little quick. So typically in November, we start taking entries. So student artists as well as professional artists will start submitting designs. So they have till January 22nd to submit the designs.
Perfect.
And then we judge the designs last week of January, and in February, first week, they get their rain barrels.
Okay.
And Meggie actually does a workshop with them on how to paint the rain barrel.
Jeff's giving me the wrap-up sign, so we're going to go ahead and give this information, more information on WLWC.com. And do you have a phone number they can call you at?
Correct, 513-772-7645.
513-772-7645, Save Local Waters.
That is correct, savelocalwaters.org, yep.
Thank you so much, John. Thank you, Meggie, for being here. We're going to be right back with some community events. Welcome back. I am Timikal Bobo, and right now we have some community events. First up is the Cincinnati Herald's Daddy-Daughter Dinner Dance, Saturday, January 27th, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Duke Energy Convention Center. The admission is $15 for daddies and $5 for daughters. For more information, call 961-3331, extension number 10. And our second event is Chapter 11, which is an Art Beyond Boundaries Gallery presentation. And it's Friday, January 26th, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Art Beyond Boundaries Gallery, 1410 Main Street. For more information, call 421-8726. Thank you so much for being with us today. We're so excited. Have a great week.